Hello, everybody. We are gathered here to have the report of the solstice ceremony that happened on June 21st here at the Longhouse grounds. We were not many gathered. It was a very intimate ceremony, and actually was a day that was kind of raining. It was like sprinkly all the while, but we could have the ceremony. So this is a ceremony that is very different from the others. There's no Stoa Goa or a sacred women's dance. It's just to recognize that we are at the peak of the power of Chuanchia, Chineke Garakwa, our elder brother, the sun. And we recognize that this is a big transition in the larger cycle of our mother going around the dance around her son, her elder brother, the son, our elder brother, the son. And so this is marking also half of the cycle of the moon cycles. So we open a fire. We make a fire in the fire pit that is close to the ceremonial teepee in the garden. And previously, we already prepared some tissue, like old t-shirts or whatever. We cut little squares, and then we have tobacco, and we're gonna put tobacco in the little squares. We're gonna make like a little bundle, and we are gonna attach it to an arrow. So there's years that we have a little bit more of arrows because we prepare beforehand and we have a bunch of them, so each person can have like two, three, even more arrows. But this year we didn't do that, and when we went to buy them, it was closed. So we just used the ones that we had. So the guys used their arrows. We also did that, and we prepare our intentions on the we put our intentions on the tobacco, what we want to see from here to the next half of the cycle that will be culminating in the midwinter. So we put the arrows close to the fire, and then this is a strictly male ceremony. It is a male power. So it is the guys, the life protectors that are gonna shoot the arrow to the sun. That's actually the name of the ceremony, shoot the sun. So it goes through clans, and as we usually do, the clan that will initiate the ceremony is the clan that won the ball game and the person that won the ball game. So for example, in this case was Marie Claude, but because she cannot shoot, she's a life giver. She gives her arrow to one of the life protectors of her clan to shoot her arrow. And then we go in that fashion, all the bear clan, and then all the, then it was the turtle clan, and Stone represented the turtle clan, and then it was the wolf clan. And when we finalize that, the ceremony is closed, and we can do basically whatever we feel. And that day, we worked in the garden. We replanted corn again because we haven't had very much success this year in the corn's growing. So that's what we did the rest of the day. And there was people that came. There was Eve from the Université de Montréal with her friends that came by. They helped work in the garden. There was also our friends Maya and Pablo with their baby boy that is not a baby anymore, Maun, that came, and they also helped us plan. We had a beautiful supper with them, and we chatted. We discussed a lot about what's happening in the Mapuche territory right now, because Pablo is Mapuche, and how we can strengthen the exchange of defending the land in the north, how we can support the south. So that's like the recollection, basic recollection of the day. And of course, there's always things left out and forgotten. So I'm going to open the floor to Michael.
Well, what I remember Stuart sharing in that ceremony, he really talked a lot about water. He said that the fact that glaciers are melting, we should see a raise, in water everywhere. So the droughts and everything, it's not really following that what should be happening. And he emitted, he talked a lot about the waters, and even in the deepest place of the ocean, there's microparticles of plastics. So that our water is no more natural anywhere, so that means we're constituted of water. And then he mentioned that in relation to our humanity, there's a point where we can go beyond, and be altered forever, kind of thing. And it was like a discussion along those lines, but there wasn't much of him, oration, not that much. That's the only thing I remember.
Now you triggered a souvenir, and there was something important that was restated, and this is the time of law, totally. for us to apply law within ourselves. We are not at the stage again yet that we can apply law on somebody else, but to apply to ourselves, the two basic questions would be, what am I going to do? Is it correct? And is it good? So, sometimes we have, impulses to do stuff. So just asking ourselves those two questions all of the time, and then not to leave it also to ourselves, but to validate it in council. And that's basically the protocols that we are trying to apply more and more. Whenever we have, maybe we can conclude that this is correct and this is good, but when we propose it to the collective, maybe it was not necessarily that. So to validate our inner Turo wampum in the outside is also very important. So that's something else that he said. So if there's nothing else for that report, that was our short report of the solstice ceremony.